What if Zeus was not the wise, just, and loving god often portrayed? So much so that he insinuated the kidnap of his daughter. Nor Poseidon, the most dutiful god. But what if Hades, surprisingly, wasn't so bad? There were no dramas with him, there were no tantrums, except the time he kidnapped a maiden. Right, back to Zeus's daughter, Persephone. Zeus's daughter and the daughter of Demeter, goddess of the harvest. You know the story. But to begin with what you know, Persephone was picking flowers as usual. The ground opens, Hades grabs her and drags her to the underworld. Her mother, Demeter, upon learning of her daughter's abduction, mourns. The earth mourns with her. Crops fail to yield. Humans starve. And Zeus, out of desperation, sends Hermes to go fetch her. Hades couldn't allow that, so he tricked Persephone. The issue with this is that Zeus was in on it all along. It was Zeus who gave Hades permission to abduct Persephone, knowing her mother Demeter would never agree. In some sources, Helios, the sun god, told Demeter he had witnessed the abduction. Contrary to the popular myth of Persephone being tricked into eating the pomegranate seeds, the Homeric hymns suggest she knew what the seeds meant. She ate them on purpose. Why would she do that? You have to understand Persephone, before her abduction, had no myth of her own. She was merely an extension of her mother, always in the shadows. And secondly, Hades was as good a suitor as any, even better. You see, unlike the typical Olympian gods, Hades has no recorded affairs. Yes, he abducts Persephone, but he makes her his queen and no one else. Some would say they were in love. And would it be so hard to believe? Why pick flowers when you can rule the dead in the underworld? Finally, in all surviving sources, there are no records of Persephone plotting an escape as soon as she gets to the underworld. She comes to the surface for 6 months, there's summer, and she descends of her own volition back to the underworld. And perhaps that is the oldest story there is. Not the abduction, but the choice.